Hi, I'm Dolly Vasta, and welcome back once again to Dolly's World. You know, a few weeks ago, I was watching the National Gymnastics competition on television, and as I watched these young bodies hurling themselves around, doing things that I often wonder whether God meant them to do or not, I wondered about what happened behind the scenes. What was their family life like? So I called the Monmouth Academy of Gymnastics, and I talked to its owner, Karen Biacchino, and I said to her, how about if we come down and you round up some parents and some kids and the coach? And I talked to them all. And she said, be my guest, come on down. So, without further ado, come on down with me. So Karen, what made you open a gymnastics school?
From the time I was 8, all the way to the end of college, I've done gymnastics, then I taught it. And with gymnastics, it's basically the only thing that I've ever done. Like, you only have time for gymnastics. You don't have time for gymnastics in a life. So the first chance I got, I came to the gym. This is the gym I came to. And asked my owner, did he ever want to sell? Asked my former coach and the owner of Monmouth Gymnastics, Lenny Blazer, if he wanted to sell, and he said yes. And it was just so meant to be. My favorite thing about the gym, and surprising, being a team competitor and being very good, is not seeing the team kids do great. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like that, but where I get enjoyment at is seeing your average kid come in here and learning something that's very hard for them, and seeing the self-confidence it builds and the self-esteem, and having them walk out of here being proud of themselves, whereas they might have not had that opportunity. So that's, you know, I really like the recreational aspect of the sport, and how you get the flexibility of dance, and you get the strength that you may need, you know, if you're very weak, you know. It's a great sport for the body and mind.
I also spoke with Terry Thiel, who is the girls' coach, and I'll tell you, she so bubbles over with enthusiasm about her girls. You just can't help but be swept away. Were you a gymnast also?
Yes, I was.
When did you start?
When I was 10 years old. I went through the regular public school program, and then one of the teachers there told my parents that I was really good and they should send me for more intense instruction.
What is the particular reason that you enjoy coaching so much?
I find it so exciting when the kids work really hard to learn a new skill and they finally get it, and you help them do that. It's like the enthusiasm, the excitement, they feel so good about themselves. You're proud of them, you're so proud of yourself for helping someone achieve a goal.
How long have you been doing it?
I've been doing gymnastics since I was 2, doing Mommy and Me with my mom, and I started competing 4 years ago.
I started gymnastics about 5 years ago, and my coach is really nice, but he can be strict sometimes, but he helps me along the way.
We have the 4 that's involved in gymnastics. It's a juggling act, truly. It's a sacrifice on both my part and my wife's part. We're fortunate enough, blessed enough that both of us work out of the home now this year as opposed to last year. So it's now that we're able to kind of juggle, bring them back and forth, you know, during the day. They're here 6 days a week. But it's a real challenge, but it's rewarding.
This is my first year working here.
Here? But you did what? You've been doing gymnastics for how long?
I've been coming here for about like 8 years already.
But you really accelerated then your progress, right?
Yes.
Do you enjoy gymnastics that much?
Yeah, I enjoy it a lot.
How long have you been doing gymnastics?
I've been doing gymnastics for about 8 years.
8 years. Now you're homeschooled, I believe, correct?
Yes, yes.
So you spend a lot more time here at the gym then.
Yes.
How long have you been working here at the gym, or how long have you been doing gymnastics?
Probably over 10 years,
10
like
years.
probably 11 years. Yeah.
I found that the time commitment put in by not only the young gymnasts, but their parents and their parents' support was astounding.
I practice 5 days a week, 3 hours usually, and on Saturdays 4 hours. So 16 hours a week.
So that keeps you guys pretty busy.
It's a pretty much a part-time job for her. She's at the gym 5 days a week.
What about you? Is it a part-time?
We're at the gym 5 days a week also. We're always juggling our schedules to make sure she's here on time and prepared and has a full belly and is ready, has the energy to compete.
What about you, Mom? Do you enjoy this? I call it a rat race because it kind of is, isn't it?
Yes, it is. But it's just like it keeps him busy and occupied, and he loves doing it. So that's fine with me.
How do you deal with this at home? Because I'm sure with breakfasts and snacks and clothes and getting them ready, aren't you ever ready to say, I don't want to deal with this anymore?
At times, but I mean, I'm a manager by profession. I'm a manager, and so even outside of my professional work, I feel like I'm a manager at home as well. I spend a lot of time managing clothes and shoes and meals and hair and things like that, and driving them back and forth. So I just kind of employ the same skills that I use professionally within the home to manage getting them back and forth wherever they need to be.
Well, sometimes it's hard because I don't have much time to play with my friends or do other stuff like on the weekends and things to do with my other friends except for here. But I always have fun here when I do come, so it's like
You almost have two. Excuse me. You almost have two families.
Yeah.
You have a family at home, and this becomes a family too because you're with them so much.
Yeah, I see them every single day.
Do you enjoy what you do and the work that has to go behind it?
Yes, I definitely enjoy it. I mean, I know it's a lot of work, but I enjoy doing it and coming here every day and practicing.
What about when you're hurt? You know what I mean? Not injured, but there have got to be times when you ache.
Yeah.
And you say, I don't know whether I want to go to the gym. Do you ever say that or
Yes,
not?
there are some days that I don't feel up to going to the gym, and I just have to push myself to get up and go to the gym to practice.
I do enjoy the work that we do. I enjoy coming here a lot, but it is kind of tough sometimes. Sometimes I really don't want to come, but I have to come anyway. I have to push myself to come.
Well, with my son, he always wants to come. We can never get him to leave the gym.
Oh, okay.
He always wants to
He
come.
always wants to go. Do you want to be an Olympic star too someday?
Yes.
Yeah? Do you like working this hard?
Not really.
These young gymnasts work so hard, and their goal is always the next competition, and then the next competition out of that. But in the long run, ideally, their dream is of the Olympics. Taylor, do you have dreams of going to the Olympics someday?
Yes, I do. I really want to compete on a national level for a USA team, and I've always dreamed to be able to do that.
I want to compete on the national level and go to the Olympics.
Ah, another one. What is your aspiration? You want to go on to the nationals, to the Olympics?
I'm not sure. I think I'd like to go to the Olympics, but I'm still thinking about it.
Well, it takes a while.
Yes.
But with the Olympics in 2 years coming up, or it's less than 2 years now. I think
Yep.
it's 2 years this past July. And those 2 years go very fast because there's a lot of nationals and world. There's a whole lot of regionals and all this that come up between time. But do you want to go on to college, or are you going to go straight through with gymnastics?
I'm still thinking about it. I'm not sure if I want to keep on going through college. I think I'd like to go through college, but I'm not sure.
Okay. Lauren, what about you?
I don't know if I want to do it in college. I definitely want to go to college, but I don't know if I want to compete on the college level.
You know, Steven does such amazing stuff, and he works out hard. He's got a lot of focus. But this year, Steven went elite, which is the highest level you can compete at in gymnastics. And he's going to try to get his college scholarship and continue on doing gymnastics after he graduates high school.
Now you're looking for a scholarship with this, aren't you?
Yeah, hopefully. I'm actually flying out to Michigan in a couple weeks to visit their school and like talk to the coach and everything.
What school? Michigan State University? What is it? Yeah.
In Ann Arbor.
Last year I made it to nationals and regionals, and a couple years ago I won states on floor. That's about it.
What is your favorite apparatus?
On floor.
Your floor?
Yeah.
You like floor? I enjoy watching floor.
Yeah.
You want to go on to nationals and maybe the Olympics someday?
Yeah, someday. I'm not sure right now though, but I'm sure like when I get older, I'll make a decision and I'll know what to do.
I also have dreams of going to the Olympics and competing at national levels.
An interesting fact. There's a definite correlation between the disciplines of gymnastics and studying, because believe it or not, almost every one of these young gymnasts were A students. What year are you in school?
I'm in 6th grade.
You're 6th grade? Yeah. How about Woody? I bet you're an A student, aren't you? You have the look of someone who's an A student.
Yeah, most of the time. Yeah, I guess.
It seems to be an interesting correlation, though, doesn't it? That the kids who work in gymnastics are also tremendous scholars.
Yeah, it seems that the discipline from competition carries forward to academics, and as you know, that's the most important thing.
It is, but it's also
side.
a time.
Sure.
It's the ability to delegate your time.
Yeah. She comes home from school and gets right to work on her homework, and then has a good meal, and then it's back to the gym for 3 hours. And then sometimes, like she has a test tomorrow, so she'll be up late tonight studying.
You have to have a lot of concentration and a lot of focus in order to do gymnastics.
I mean, they're very, very good kids in school. All of them are straight A students. So they have a lot on their plate along with the gymnastics.
School is really fun, and I'm in 6th grade. I have lots of fun.
We also don't make our students work out the 30 hours that a lot of gyms do. We realize that they also have homework and they may have religion classes. And my philosophy is that's just as important. You know, you still have to have a life, whereas a lot of gymnasts don't.
As a chow hound myself, I couldn't help but wonder about their eating habits. Were they on very tight diets, or were they allowed to fudge it a little? But when you coach and teach now, have safety methods changed a great deal, and diet?
Tremendously.
Really?
Tremendously. You used to walk into a gym, and right now we have, besides team programs, you have pre-teams, you have all different kind of teams, so that even your less talented student can come alive and get good and be on high school gymnastics. Right. There was a scale, and you'd weigh in, and so much depended on being thin, too thin. You know, not even, you know, your normal thin, too thin, and it's not like that anymore. You know, it's more about being healthy, you know, not starving yourself, but just eating the right foods and really having a healthy gymnast.
But I do eat a lot, I guess, but I don't really care. I eat when I'm hungry, and I don't when I'm not hungry.
That's the way, and that's as it should be.
Yeah.
Tell her about your pre-meet ritual.
Yeah.
Usually before a meet, for the dinner, before the day before, I usually have a steak at Fridays or pasta somewhere.
Or are you good eaters, all three of you? Great eaters. Great eaters.
Well,
I'm hungry right now.
That makes two of us. Dolly, none of you stay on a diet, right?
No.
You don't?
No.
No.
No. Good for you.
When they come down here, they really have to be prepared to really do their best at what they're going to do. And if they're a little bit off, they have to be careful because that's when they could get hurt. So, and as a parent, you know, watching that on the side, that's something that you think about all the time, especially when they start doing the more difficult skills.
How do you feel when he's out there competing and he's doing something that you feel is semi-dangerous? Do you hold your breath?
Yes, definitely. More than during the competition, it's when he's learning the new move. That's when I'm really kind of
Makes you
jittery.
nervous?
Yes.
Very nervous, yes.
Because in the competition, he's already like kind of knows it, but when he's doing it, that's when I'm really uncomfortable.
Well, I think we all are. Do you get that nervous watching?
My wife and I both get very nervous. We know she's ready and prepared, but it's still very nerve-wracking.
I should imagine that the children have a great resource in the two of you, though, to fall back on when things are tough.
Yeah, very much
And I
so.
get the feeling that there's a very strong spiritual force
very much so.
for them.
Yes, very much so. We're a very close-knit family. We spend a lot of time with everyone in the bedroom watching television. We watch the baseball game and the football game, but we spend times like that. Each year we find something different to do as an outlet.
Well, this is a sport that you really have to be so supportive about because there are days, and I'm sure each of you have had them, when everything just falls apart.
Actually, my son had that to happen in one meet last year. I think it was in the last meet, very important in states.
That's tough.
Actually,
That's tough.
You know,
But it happens, and you just work through it, and everyone has it.
Yes.
There's not anyone. In fact, I don't think you really learn your sport or anything unless you have some very tough days, and especially, you know, at competitions.
Well, it's one of the things that, like in the States competition last year, he had a very good year, but he got to the States, had a very good score going from him, got to the last routine on parallel bars, and just for some reason just lost focus. But you know, we didn't come down on him, and you know, we talked to him about it afterwards. And I think it's very important, especially at this age, to kind of keep them on maintain a kind of balance. You know, so when they do make a mistake, it's okay. Do it next year.
Right. The world is not going to
no pressure
completely fall apart.
Right. So.
The first two competitions that we went into, we've only gone to two so far, and Jen has won both of them. And we're working now to help her possibly achieve that at the state competition, which is the highest level of competition for level sixes.
And you had two competitions this year, from what I understand, and you won one of them. What did you actually win?
I won beam and floor, I think. Beam and the all-around.
You mentioned, let's see if my memory serves me, you got a 9.2 on the beam.
Yes.
Are they competing? Are the kids competing?
They are competing. They started competing last year on level 4 and level 5, and this year they're on level 5 and 6, I believe it is, 5 and 6.
Oh, you're moving on up there, huh?
Yeah.
Have you been in any competitions yet?
Yeah.
Yeah? How did you do?
I had my regionals competition last year, and I came in second.
Hey! Congratulations, that's just great. I just seem to be interviewing winner after winner today. What if I want to propose this to you as a question. What if Jennifer came to you one day and said to you, I don't want to do this anymore?
Well, we talk about that quite often, that it's, you know, we want to do gymnastics as long as it's fun and she enjoys it. And when that stops happening, you know, you have to be passionate about what you do. And whether it's your job or work or gymnastics, and when that's not there, I think that's also when someone can get hurt, and we don't want to do that and be in a bad position. So
Well, it's true, and I think the best of the dancers and the performers and the gymnasts really are at their best when you see it in their face that they're enjoying it. Right. If they look like they really hate it, you know that there's going to be an accident.
That's
eventually.
true. When they're competing, they really look like this is what they were made to do.
Right,
really,
right.
The focus is so great, and they're so joyful.
And I'm having such a good time.
Right.
Yeah. What do you see for this family in the future? Say the next 10 years.
The next 10 years?
I ask this of everyone I've ever interviewed.
We have, like you said, we have a very strong spiritual background. I have some gifted kids, writers in the family. My wife is a book writer. We have some singers, a songwriter, poets, and different things. I really would like to see them excel in whatever God has placed within them. I don't want to pressure or push them in gymnastics unless they really want to do it. They want to be writers. We have a couple that want to be a doctor. So I want them to find out what they want to do. So, and I think as a family, if we can all find our niche, if mom and dad know what their niche is, the kids can find their niche and be happy in that and enjoy that.
What do you see for yourself in 10 years from now?
10 years from now, maybe I'll be, I don't know actually, I'm not sure.
It's a long, at your age, that's a long time away.
Yeah.
What do you think, Dad? It's not so far away.
No, it's not that far away. I see with my older daughter, it certainly comes on you a lot quicker than you actually think. So do the gray hairs. I really don't know where I see Jessie as far as down the road. I just know that whatever she decides to do, she'll be good at because she really puts 100% at what she does. And, we're just very proud of her for that.
And she looks to me as if she has the focus and the sparkle.
She really does.
And that's all,
she really
that
does.
you need. So go to it, kiddo. What's your ambition with this? Do you want to go on to the Olympics and to the Nationals?
Yeah, I definitely want to go to the Olympics.
You're going to go. So let's see, what year would that make it?
Either 2012 or 2016.
Hey, you never know, do you? You want it bad enough, they say you can make it. What do you wish for yourself? I ask everyone this. In the next 10 years, what would you like to see from either this school, yourself, or the young people here?
Every year to me is a new year, which I find it exciting. People ask me why are you still doing this? It's like there's not many people that are still, working this. Most of the coaches now are part-time. And every year when I compete, the kids always surprise me. They always do something, unexpected and wonderful. And I just hope that continues, and I hope to see the school grow and all of their programs grow, not just the team programs, but, the classes, the junior teams. I like to see the whole school just grow and prosper and, make gymnastics better for all of their students.
One question I must ask. Are you ever tempted to get on the equipment again?
I am, and sometimes I do, and that lasts for a good 2 seconds, and then I come to my senses.
And you say no.
My body says no. I say yes. My body says no.
I hope all of you out there had as much fun and enjoyed this show as much as I enjoyed doing it, learning about the lives of these young gymnasts. My thanks to the Monmouth Academy of Gymnastics and their staff for being so very gracious to us, and to all the parents and all the youngsters that we interviewed. God bless and good luck. And to all of you, I'll see you next month, so take care.